1967 Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint Veloce GT. Again, quite a rare car. I've loved Alfa Romeos ever since the 70s when I drove one as a young house surgeon at Dunedin Hospital, and I was a passenger with a senior doctor, and we were driving through the central Otago up towards Queenstown to do a country clinic. And this senior doctor should never have had a licence. He had no idea how to drive a car smooth and efficiently. He would brake before the corners, he would accelerate, he'd brake halfway around the corner, he'd jerk it out the other side. And the upshot was he rolled the car doing exactly that with us in it. And the senior professor took one look at his broken hand and says, "Gray, you drive him back to Dunedin," which was 300 k's, "and get his hand fixed. I'll carry on and do the clinic on my own." And so I got in this car that had been punted into a bank, flipped onto its roof, landed on its rear corner and onto its wheels, and I drove this car home. And this amazing little car, you know, I showed this bloke how to drive. You know, I really, you know, the road from central Otago back to Dunedin is lots of windy. We have beautiful roads in New Zealand, lots of windy, beautifully cambered. And, you know, to come up to a corner, dab the brakes, tuck it in, clip the apex, drift it out to the far side and just smoothly accelerate, and seeing this bloke with his white knuckles, because he's never had a proper drive before, was just a sheer pleasure. And then to take my hands on a long straight stretch of road leading into Milton, to take my hands off the wheel at 100 mile an hour and see this car tracking dead true that just flipped. So when I wanted to go racing a decade or two later, I chose an Alfa. And that's my race car up there. You'll see a picture later, maroon and white in the picture on the wall. I had 10 years of classic racing in an Alfa with a really race prepared motor, but you never had to do anything else to them. They came out one of the first cars with 4-wheel disc brakes, 5-speed gearbox, twin overhead cam. Just a lovely, lovely car. Those of you that used to watch television back in the 80s would remember a program called The Saint with Simon Templar having a white one. That kind of put Volvo on the map as far as getting rid of the snow. Probably one of the sexiest little coupes that Volvo's ever made. Some of their new ones are quite nice, but this is quite iconic. It's just arrived on Friday. I traded it. I'd bought as I said before, a Volvo 242 GT, which is a square 1981 that went on in turbo form to win the Australian Touring Car Championship in '85. And it was at a good price, and I bought it and didn't like it. It did nothing for me. I hate to lose money, so I rang the dealer and said, "Will you give me my money back if I take the P1800, which I had to pay twice that more in money to get." But it's a model I've always liked. I've just been waiting for the right one. I don't think I've still found the right one. This one's a little bit scruffy inside, but I think I'll just take it on as a challenge and redo the interior. It's got unoriginal seats from an earlier Volvo. It's a bit tacky in the carpets and things, but body-wise, it's been known to the register since it was new. I've been in communication. They know this car, that all the numbers are genuine, matching chassis and motor, and you guys will know what that means. It's got some known history. Ben and I haven't figured out why they've splashed underneath with black chassis black everywhere. We're wondering if it covers anything, but there's no obvious rust in it. The chrome work's all good. Mechanically, Ben will have a few little issues. It's got rattly exhaust. It's got a lot of gearbox noise coming through. I think it's missing some sound insulation, but that's all stuff I can do. Strip out the interior, put down the Dynamat stuff, and get a carpet kit and interior kit, and it'll tidy up quite nice. But it's probably overcapitalised with what I now see I had to do, because I bought it just off the photographs. Yeah, it needs new door rubbers. I can't live with stuff like that, as you can see from the standard of the other ones. But it'll be a nice job. That's what I can do. And Ben does all the technical stuff. Ben
What are parts like for this, Lewis?
So,
What are parts like to get for these things?
there's a big club network in Australia.
Yeah, good.
I bought the sticker already off the internet. It's now an Oz Volvo. But it's an international collectible car. My policy always is thinking of them. I'm passionate about cars, and as you see, I've got a lot of different types. Some people say Lewis can't make up his mind what he wants. I like them all. I like everything. And if I find something I bought I don't like, I will settle that. And I've settled out now. I love the 60s and maybe the 70s, and I like the quirkiness of the 50s. But I love all the 50 cars. I'd like to have an Austin A30, little old